Welcome, everyone. If you have crossed that 60-year milestone and are currently getting Medicare or Social Security, there are funds waiting in the system right now that rightfully belong to you. We are not talking about future possibilities. We are talking about cash you have already worked for, contributed toward, and accumulated over a lifetime of labor. But here is the catch. The government will happily keep it forever if you do not step up and claim it. The Social Security Administration is never going to ring your phone to say you have unclaimed funds waiting. They will not mail you a guide detailing your choices. Plus, some of the opportunities we will discuss today have strict deadlines that vanish without a sound, and once they pass, that cash is gone for good. Today, I am breaking down 5 distinct benefits that a large number of older adults qualify for right now, yet totally miss out on. I will walk you through exactly who is eligible, the dollar amounts involved, and the single action you must take to secure each one. Before we dive in, please hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. Medicare and Social Security regulations shift every single year. When those updates happen, no one comes to your door to explain your fresh options. Our subscribers stay ahead of the game and claim their benefits before they disappear. Those who miss out usually discover the truth only after the deadline has passed. So, subscribe today and let us get started. Our first benefit is the spousal top-up. I am starting with this because it represents the biggest gap between what folks actually get and what they are legally owed in pure dollar value. If your partner claims Social Security and their monthly payment is higher than yours, you could be eligible to collect up to 50% of their amount, either replacing or adding to your own smaller check. Think about it. If your spouse gets $2,400 a month, your potential spousal boost could be $1,200 every single month for the rest of your life. But here's the trick. The Social Security Administration does not just hand this over automatically. They do not put your 2 files side by side and mail you the bigger payout. You must file for this benefit separately, and countless couples miss out because they just do not know. The biggest reason this gets left behind is the false assumption that Social Security took care of everything during the initial application. They absolutely did not. Your personal retirement claim and any spousal boost you might qualify for are completely different applications handled individually. If your current check is based strictly on your own work history and your partner gets a noticeably larger payment, you need to call the SSA directly at 1-800-772-1213 to ask point blank if a spousal benefit increase applies to your case. Make sure to have both of your Social Security numbers handy. A brief 20-minute phone call could permanently bump up your monthly cash flow. Benefit number 2 is the survivor benefit switching tactic. This applies to individuals who have lost a spouse, and it stands as one of the most frequently ignored strategies in the whole Social Security system. After a partner passes away, the surviving spouse has the right to collect up to 100% of the deceased person's Social Security payment, assuming it is bigger than their own. In 2026, the typical monthly survivor check sits at $1,863. Most widows and widowers are generally aware of this fact. However, almost no one realizes that you can start claiming survivor benefits as early as age 60, and that there is a brilliant strategy built around this that the SSA will practically never share unless you prompt them. Here's the breakdown. A surviving spouse can start drawing the survivor benefit at age 60, taking a reduced cut while leaving their own personal retirement fund entirely alone. Their personal benefit will then keep growing by 8% every year after they hit full retirement age, maxing out at age 70. When they reach 70, they simply swap from the survivor payout to their own, which is now a much bigger check. Or, if the survivor amount is still higher at that stage, they just stick with it. This allows the household to enjoy steady income throughout their 60s while protecting their chance to grab the absolute highest lifetime payout at 70. Folks who avoid claiming early survivor payments because they want to wait until 70 for their own check end up losing out on a decade of potential income. These two options do not cancel each other out. The SSA simply does not advertise this dual approach. You have to be the one to ask. Benefit number 3 is the IRMAA appeal. This one hits former high earners, and it involves a Medicare surcharge that many people do not realize they can actually wipe out. If your earnings went over $19,000 for single filers or $218,000 for couples back in 2024, Medicare is tacking on an extra fee for 2026, on top of your usual $22.90 Part B premium. These extra charges are called IRMAA, and they can cost you anywhere from an extra $1,148 up to $6,936 per person every single year based on where your income lands. The worst part is they pull this cash straight out of your Social Security check before it even lands in your bank account. Here is the critical detail. The SSA calculates this fee using your tax returns from 2 years ago. That means your current 2026 fee is tied to your 2024 finances. If your life looks different now, maybe you retired, sold a property, had a one-time financial boost that temporarily inflated your numbers, or lost a partner, you are likely paying a surcharge based on money you are no longer making. The solution is a straightforward document called Form SSA 44. It is designed precisely for folks dealing with official life-changing events like stopping work, cutting back hours, losing a pension, divorce, or the death of a spouse. You just submit this form along with proof of your current income. The SSA will look it over, and your surcharge can be shrunk or completely removed. A win here can keep between $1,148 and $6,936 in your pocket every year. Yet most people paying this extra fee have no idea a challenge process even exists. You can grab Form SSA 44 right on ssa.gov or head to a local Social Security branch to pick one up. Moving on to benefit number 4, WEP and GPO corrections. If you spent years working a job that offered its own pension instead of paying into Social Security, like teaching, civil service, or law enforcement, this directly affects you. There is a strong chance the system owes you cash right now that you have not picked up. The Social Security Fairness Act, which became law in January of 2025, completely wiped out 2 old regulations known as WEP and GPO. For decades, these rules cut down or completely erased Social Security benefits for individuals who also had a government pension. Crucially, this repeal applies retroactively all the way back to January of 2024. That means the government owes back payments for 2024, alongside a permanent bump in monthly checks going forward. The SSA has been chugging through these updates all through 2025 and into 2026, doling out billions in back pay. For those affected, the typical one-time retroactive check has hovered around $6,710, while ongoing monthly payouts have climbed by an average of $360 for good. Still, the system moves slowly, and not every single account has been processed. Some folks who are legally owed these corrections are still waiting to see the difference in their checks. If you pull a government pension from a past career where you skipped Social Security taxes, whether you were a teacher, a firefighter, a police officer, or a federal worker, and your benefits were docked under the old system, give the SSA a call at 1-800-772-1213. Ask them specifically if your file has been updated under the Social Security Fairness Act and if you have a retroactive payout waiting to clear. Our 5th benefit is your Medicare Advantage over-the-counter allowance. This one stands out because it does not require an official appeal or a grueling phone queue. It simply requires you to look into something you are probably overlooking. If you are signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan, which is true for about half of all people on Medicare, your policy almost certainly comes with an over-the-counter benefit. This gives you a monthly or quarterly allowance loaded onto a prepaid card or account, which you can use to buy health essentials without needing a prescription. We are talking about things like vitamins, pain medication, cold remedies, dental products, first aid supplies, and even blood pressure monitors. While the exact list depends on your specific plan, the funds are genuine, and the amounts can be substantial. The typical over-the-counter benefit across these plans in 2026 is upwards of $400 a year, and certain plans even offer between $1,200 and $2,400 annually. Yet, official data shows that roughly 70% of these funds get left on the table every single year. That is about $5 billion sitting in accounts that vanishes when the clock runs out. Why? Mostly because folks do not realize the benefit is there, or they threw away the card when it arrived in the mail without realizing what it was for. To see if you have this allowance waiting, log into your online insurance portal or dial the customer service number on the back of your insurance card. Ask them directly about your over-the-counter balance and how you can spend it. Keep in mind, if your plan resets quarterly, those funds usually do not roll over. They expire and reset to zero. Take a look today so you do not lose out on money already assigned to your name. So, that is the complete picture. 5 distinct payouts waiting for the individuals who earned them through years of hard work. The spousal boost that the government will never apply for you, leaving millions of couples short. The survivor switching strategy that lets you draw income in your 60s while your personal retirement check grows in the background. the IRMAA appeal that can strip away thousands in Medicare fees if your income dropped compared to your past tax filings, the WEP and GPO back payments that are still rolling out and might be sitting uncollected on your file, and finally, that Medicare Advantage over-the-counter balance sitting in your account right now, just waiting to expire if you do not use it. None of these benefits will come searching for you. The government is not going to check in, and your insurance provider is not going to send a warning before your balance disappears. The singular divide between seniors who get this cash and those who miss out is simply having the information and taking that